The weapons and methods used for hunting animals vary with the animals hunted. So waterfowl such as ducks, along with quail, pheasants, grouse and rabbits tend to be flushed from long grass or brush and shot with shotguns that spray a cloud of pellets into the air. Whereas large herbivores such as elk and deer tend to be shot by modern rifles, more traditional firearms, by long or recurved bows, or by compound bows. Hunting creates severe animal welfare problems for hunted animals. Animals that are pursued over long distances suffer extremes of fear and stress and exhaustion. Clean kill rates are often not achieved. Although hunters try to aim for the heart, lung and the head areas, clean kill rates vary greatly, with studies indicating that as many as 13% of deer targeted by bow hunters are not killed directly. The largest animals make the best trophies, and these are selectively targeted by hunters. This has the unintended consequences, however, of weakening the gene pools of hunted animals, because the most biologically successful animals are those which are killed. Leg hold traps, foothold traps and a variety of other trapping methods are used to target animals considered to be predators or that need to be relocated to other areas, are used to harvest so-called fur-bearing animals such as raccoons, coyotes, otters and others, and are also used to capture animals for biological study. Studies indicate that as much as 67% of the animals caught are non-target species, and the welfare impacts experienced by these animals can be even more severe than for the target species. Trapped animals experience immediate injury caused by the leg hold or foothold trap itself, involving lacerations, wounding to the skin surface, trauma, bleeding and swelling. Some animals, for example raccoons, are particularly averse to being trapped and may engage in considerable self-mutilation to try to escape the traps. Unfortunately, a small proportion of animals have been known to chew off their own limbs in their attempts to escape these leg hold and foothold traps. Because of these welfare concerns, leg hold traps are banned in many countries in the world, including the European Union. In many regions of the developing world, traditional hunting methods have been markedly altered as major natural resource exploitation projects such as logging have resulted in the influx of roads and transportation into previously untouched areas. Combined with modern hunting methods such as the use of rifles and cable snares, this has resulted in a much greater degree of killing of native animals. The hunting of so-called bushmeat animals in these ways has led to local declines and even extinctions of some species. So-called bushmeat hunting also risks human health, as people are exposed to zoonotic diseases which are transmissible from animals to humans as they become exposed to animal fluids during butchering. A large number of animal diseases have been transmitted to humans in these ways. Indeed, it's thought that human immunodeficiency virus was originally acquired from simian immunodeficiency virus acquired from monkeys killed for the bushmeat trade. A wealth of evidence indicates high intelligence of whales, dolphins and porpoises. Some of these animals have very large brain sizes and a high degree of neurological development, relatively higher in some cases than all primate species, including humans. These are long-lived animals with prolonged periods of parental care, during which they acquire the knowledge necessary to solve a variety of problems in their natural habitats. They have advanced communicative abilities and the ability to learn artificial languages. Some of them are able to use tools. Bottlenose dolphins, for example, are famous for placing marine sponges on the ends of their noses as they forage in the sediments on the floor of seabeds in Shark Bay in Western Australia, which protects their noses from spiny sea urchins. Dolphins are also well known for producing clouds of bubbles and creating bubble nets in which they trap fish, which are then hunted. Some 2 million whales were slaughtered worldwide in the 20th century, with some species being pushed to the edge of extinction. Commercial whaling has been banned in most regions of the world since 1986. However, it has continued in certain respects. Some 200,000 cetaceans are believed to be trapped in fishing nets annually, for example. Smaller unregulated hunts have continued for cultural reasons in various communities. And whaling has continued in Iceland, Norway and Japan for so-called scientific research. And unfortunately, in 2019, Japan plans to resume commercial whaling. Whaling is extremely inhumane. It often involves prolonged chasing of whales across the oceans. It involves trying to shoot a moving, mostly submerged target from a moving platform at some considerable distance. The harpoons rarely achieve a clean kill by directly impacting the brain or the heart area. Instead, they often hit a body, have to penetrate through 1 or more meters of blubber, and a secondary shot is often required. Time to loss of consciousness in whales can be considerably prolonged, unfortunately, because their physiology is well adapted to going without oxygen, because they're adapted to diving to deep depths and staying submerged for long periods. So this is likely to increase the time until they finally lose consciousness. On top of all of this, whales are extremely intelligent animals with highly developed social relationships, and the loss of whales is likely to impact far more than the individual whale alone. Whales were once regarded as virtually inexhaustible marine resources, but with what we now know about their highly developed intelligence, communicative skills, and social relationships, it's more appropriate to value them as unique individuals, communities, even societies with unique cultures of their own.